Our buddy Jarrod Neiman sitting down with us at CMA Week.
I know, it's weird. I sit between you guys, feel like we never miss a beat. Every time I sit down, it's like where we left off.
Hey, that's the nicest compliment you could give us.
Well, it's true. I don't know how it would be well received or not, but it's true.
One more drinking song. Remember when you came in on my birthday and played that, and I just got the biggest kick out of that. And then I saw the video a short time later with Lee and Jake. I mean, maybe it's, a couple of months. Let's talk about One More Drinking Song in the video and how that came to be, because that's a great little video.
Well, it's interesting. I've always wondered, how videos even come about, and so it's been a learning process for me. But what they'll do is they'll send out the song to many directors. They'll write a treatment, send it back. Everybody will kind of pick their favorites, and then talk about it, maybe talk to the director and tweak stuff. But for me, it was just sort of a bummer because I was like, man, everything you read is just like all the same party songs. Like everything's the same, going to bar to bar. And I was just like, man, I wish there was something different. So I was driving through Nashville and I saw the Nashville Pedal Tavern. That giant contraption that basically has a bunch of bicycle mechanisms on it where everybody can sit at a bar and your drunk friends are the horsepower.
Right.
So I thought, you hear about people hearing songs and pulling over on the side of the road. I saw this thing and pulled over like it just changed my life. I was like, I need that. So I called Jake and Lee and I thought, if anybody's going to be riding around this around town, realistically it would be those guys, so why not do it on camera too?
It's hilarious. You had to be thrilled with the way it turned out.
No, I loved it. The only thing I felt kind of bad for is, they hire these really beautiful girls to make us try to look cool, like we hang out with hot chicks or something. So they had the girls pedaling too, so they had to drag us around. And where I was sitting and the girl beside me, there was no pedals. So I felt horrible because these girls had to be thinking, I didn't sign up for this crap. Dragging these guys around. And
this guy's a lot heavier than he looks.
And so we came to a couple stops. And we had to cut and start over because they were going uphill. I'm like, man, is there any way we can fix this? I feel horrible, but we got it quick, so they didn't pass out or anything.
As you're in your van going across Kansas, piled in there with a bunch of smelly dudes, figuring out a name for your album, did you ever imagine it would have blown up like it has, and you would be today where you are as opposed to 2 years ago?
It's so weird. As you fellows know, all of us in this business, we love one thing, and that's music. And there's a lot of things. A lot of times you get kicked where the sun don't shine to hang in there, and get your puppies ran over. Well, when I was writing that band, I just sort of it was my last chance. I've been through a couple of record deals. It was my last chance, my last bit of dream left. What if we made this album? And what if we did? It was like this little spark of inspiration and fun, And so I just rolled with it, and I didn't think anybody would ever hear it. I was just really just doing it just to be able to go do an album and just enjoy making music again. And so I'm very thankful that, you fellas and your listeners and everybody's been kind enough to give it a chance. It's been a wonderful year.
You guys put some comedy stuff on your album too, which I love, like a phone call to your buddy, or is he calling you, or something like that. Are they, is this a real friend of yours, or who is that? That's that phone message that's on the album.
It's a buddy of mine named Cole Wright, and he's actually hilarious. And he's one of these guys where you hang out with these guys throughout the years, and you think, man, he needs his own show. You hear that with a bunch of friends. Well, he came in, and we had this little script, and he was reading it, and it was just really bad. And I thought, man, he's so funny. Why isn't this funny? So I realized, and this is sad to say, but he was sober. So I just said, why don't you go out, and when the bar's closed, come back. So we just started working on something else, and here he comes about 3 a.m. out of his mind, and he was hilarious. And the funniest stuff that he did we couldn't use because it's way over the line.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, it was cool just to call random friends who've never done anything like that, and it was just all trial and error, mostly error.
Well, you've got quite a bastion of fans up in Ohio. You got to know that. They turn out for you no matter whether you're on Blake's tour, doing your own thing for the county fair gig. We got to get you back there soon.
Man, we were even over at Kent State last week. I mean,
I
people in Ohio, it doesn't matter where you go. I'm telling you, and this isn't just because I'm talking to you. You know this as you just said it, but it is like crazy. The fans in Ohio, the country music fans, they'll sing. They're crazy. They drink beer. They're just a blast. And and as you know, J.R. McCoy from Columbus in our band, and he always says, "Dude, look what next week is. We're going to Ohio. It's going to be a fun show." And
cool.
It's true, never fails.
So what I really hear you saying is, thanks to WCOL, your career has taken off in a roundabout way. That's what
I'm saying that. Absolutely.
Hey, introduce one more drinking song for us, will you?
Hey, this is Jarrod Neiman, and here's my current tune, One More Drinking Song on WCOL.
Yeah, thanks, bud.